Instagram.
Yeah.
You've been on Instagram for like almost 6 months now.
Almost. Getting there.
What has been your experience?
It's been so fun.
Yeah.
It's been lots of fun. I'm surrounded by a bunch of comic nerds.
You feel like it's a very welcoming community?
Absolutely.
I think it's the most welcoming social media, comic book related group in the world. More than Facebook and more than you would find at any like convention because it's so much larger.
That's a good point. It's so good that I haven't even tried any other community.
Right?
I'm good, you know? I found the good one.
The IG comic family is epic. And we had a question because we talk about it so much.
It's from Clune Trooper.
Clune Trooper, thank you so much for posting a question. What was Clune Trooper's comment?
I am going to try the Instagram route for selling comics. Does anybody have any advice? Thanks.
That's a
Thank
good
you,
question.
Clune Trooper.
Good question, Clune Trooper. Thank you so much for commenting on the video. And that's a great question. We need to unpack that question a little bit, though.
Yeah, it's a lot there.
Right?
What angle do you think you could even take?
I can give like a couple tips, I think. A couple tips for selling on Instagram, but it really depends on the type of inventory that he's dealing with.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Right? Does he have a big batch of comics that's all mixed that he wants to sell? Or is he looking to start a business online? And he's looking to then maybe invest a little bit?
Yeah, do you have more, like a whole bunch of money sitting around, like waiting to jump into a specific section of the comic, umbrella here, or do you have a fat collection that you're sitting on from your own use?
Right.
You're just trying to get rid of.
But I feel like I can do like a couple tips or something for selling on Instagram.
You would know better than I would, anyway.
But regardless, I feel like there's I could probably offer some advice or maybe provide some tips, a couple tips on how you could, kind of like take the leap into Instagram and start moving comic
Totally
books.
do three.
You
like
think
like a top three?
top three
Seems
list?
like a good.
Good for the thumbnail?
It's like yeah, exactly.
Yeah?
Exactly. It's a video title, thumbnail, just waiting to be made. Top
Okay.
3 Instagram tips.
Okay, off the cuff, top 3. Tip number 1, community.
That makes sense. It's
Community.
a social network.
Community.
Be social and also network with people.
Exactly. Instagram is a social media platform. So if you're not looking to be social on social media, you shouldn't be on social media.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Right?
It's in the title.
So there's pretty much 2 ways that you can be social on Instagram. What do you do, Ryan? You're new to Instagram. How do you meet people on Instagram?
Your options are to make something yourself,
Okay, so you're posting yourself.
post your own things, and hashtag the shit out of them.
Ooh. Look at that.
I
Look at that.
learned from the
Hashtagging.
best.
Boom. Hashtagging.
Yes.
Good. That's a very good. I was going to point that out. I didn't have to. So posting stuff yourself and hashtagging it.
Yeah. Or you could search for a hashtag that you want in the Explore page, and that'll pull up a bunch of relevant stuff, and kind of just dig around on, whatever shows up and start integrating. Interacting. Yeah.
Heck yeah. Look at Ryan.
Sew yourself in there.
Look at him. He's a guru now.
Look
I
at
love
me.
it. Yeah, well, it's, you started up on Instagram
At
and
Sir
you kind of
Sergeant.
just, at Sir Sergeant, and he's coming in with the plug.
Plug.
Geez. And then you can follow me at Comic Time 101 over there. But, of course, you have you're posting yourself and you're providing value to the community by posting, and you're contributing by doing hashtags. So the first thing is, let's unpack that. Hashtags. Why hashtags? Because if anyone's going to find you, hashtags are how you get incorporated into the Explore page. Okay? Bear with me. I'll touch on the Explore page in a second. But the hashtags is important because that takes that content that you made and you published on your page that is to the public. Of course, we're assuming that your page is public. Otherwise,
Make your page public.
that's important too. You need to be able to be seen
Yes.
and be part of the community if you're looking to provide some type of service and sell something. So yeah, you want a hashtag because that sends out your content into the ether, and so that it can be seen by people who are just looking to consume content.
So when I first got into Instagram, before I got into Instagram, I had a very negative view of hashtags, like
Sure.
as a punk ass kind of like stupid millennial teenage thing, like hashtag blessed,
Right.
selfie, food life.
No, and that's a really good point to make. These hashtags need to be
You got to get over
specific.
it. Yeah, get over your own kind of prejudice against hashtags, because if someone goes on the search Explore page and types in Swamp Thing and you don't have hashtag Swamp Thing on your Swamp Thing post, you won't get seen.
You won't get seen. No one will see the Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
Also, if you want to be active in the community, if you do something like a hashtag IG Comic Family, we mention that all the time, IG Comic Family. Well, if you want to be part of the community, that's the hashtag that's being used to kind of contribute to it. And those who contribute are part of it. So the Explore page is the second thing to unpack. If you don't know what that is, you have essentially 2 pages that you're going to spend your time on Instagram. Either somebody that you're following,
Right.
it could be you, Ryan.
Like a
Could be
feed.
me, a feed.
Yeah.
Or you go to an Explore page, which is just a open page of everything that the hashtag has shown up on.
Yeah.
So if you put hashtag Wonder Woman, you're going to see a plethora
Whole bunch of
posts,
stuff.
hundreds of thousands that you can scroll through of Wonder Woman themed posts.
Everybody who has ever typed hashtag Wonder Woman,
That's where it
their
goes.
posts go there.
Why is it important? Well, if you're looking to build a community, if you're looking to provide value to a particular community, you need to contribute in the community. And that's how you find those people. You interact with them. You have to be part of the community. You have to comment. You have to, provide value, which is actually going to be tip number 2.
Segue.
Segue. Transition. We are going to talk about value. Tip number 2. Providing value in your posts, providing value in your comments. Ryan,
Yes.
new to Instagram, what are your least favorite types of comments on a newbie on Instagram?
You can tell when you're going through the Explore page and you find a big post, and I'm a big comment creeper. I like to creep in the comment section,
Same here.
and you get a lot of insightful, well thought out, researched comments in there, discussion type things, and then you scroll past and you see someone going like, "number 1 fave," or "cool."
Cool pick.
Yeah, and that's it.
Follow for follow.
Yeah, and you scroll right past that.
Yeah, you ignore it.
Yeah, that's not adding anything to the conversation, like at all.
Exactly. You're not providing value. You have to provide value. If you're going to go through the effort of finding someone that you can relate to through their content that they're posting, provide value. Say something substantive. Or don't say anything at all. Just like it if you don't have something to say.
Yep.
But that's the first part. Now let's talk about posts. What are you posting? Now, what's nice about Instagram is that you don't have to be a production on Instagram. You don't have to make content on Instagram to be popular on Instagram, to facilitate a community on Instagram. Does it help if you're providing actual content? Of course. If you're providing a video like we do time to time again, if you're following us on Instagram, then you could, if on my Instagram page, you'll see me removing stickers often. You'll see me pressing books. Sometimes I'll give tips here and there, but that's just my way of contributing to the community. Your way of contributing to the community, heck, it could be anything. So I'm going to give a shout out to my homie on Instagram, Nerd Alert Comics. He had reached out to me about, throwing some ideas back and forth of how he could maybe provide more content in the comic book community. And I just asked him, hey, what's your favorite thing? Like your favorite piece of content that you consume? You know what he said?
Horror.
Nope.
Damn.
He said,
Good guess,
well,
though.
actually, it's kind of, it's more mystery, but he said Scooby-Doo.
Okay.
And I'm like, whoa, that's real. It's the first time I've had someone actually be like, oh, it's Iron Man, or Thanos, or Ghost Rider. No, Scooby-Doo. And I'm like, oh, hell yeah. Scooby-Doo in the Apocalypse, like that. It's a great run.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal. It's really cool. And I told him, like, dude, you're growing because you contribute to the community by commenting and being social, DMing people, being personable. But you could be the Scooby-Doo guy. You can do like Scooby-Doo themed content. You could provide value by talking about what you like. It doesn't have to be Scooby-Doo. It could be whatever you want. But, you kind of got to own that thing that you like and then provide content around it that's valuable. And what he did is later on that week, I go online and he tags me in a post where he does the Scooby-Doo voice.
Oh, no.
And he does it spot on.
Wow.
He did it. I was like, dude, that's it.
I didn't see
do
that
all
one.
the time. I would totally watch that all
Just
the
the
time.
whole, everything you ever do.
Everything. Just like whatever, man. Like
Jinkies.
Just
Just
everything.
different voices.
Exactly. So providing value. That's number 2. All right. And we're going to round it out quickly with number 3. Number 3. Okay.
Yep.
Off the top of your dome, how have you seen people sell comics on Instagram?
Seen several different like raffles,
Yes.
just giveaways.
Yep.
Lots of kind of subscription boxes almost like.
Oh, like the mystery mail call?
Yeah, that's one way.
You go to geekstreet101.com to sign up for ours.
Huh.
Ooh, plug again. Oh, it's filled with plugs. Shameless.
Yes.
But yes, there are so many different ways. And that's my tip number 3 for Instagram. There are so many ways to sell comic books. We can make a video on like more than 10 we can list right now individually. So my third tip is to spend time researching those different ways. Look at other pages who are successful at doing raffles. See how they do it. How did they build their community enough to be able to put out a $100 book at $10 a buy-in to move a book in 2 days for $100 when 9 people aren't even going to get the book, and they're happy, and they're going to do the same thing the next day. Maybe with a fresh batch of people, maybe with 9 new people and one of the same. Like, you do your research on the different ways people are selling comic books. Look at pages that all they do is post for sale ads. Look at people's stories who sell comic books and see how they market their stuff. I see toy channels on Instagram who will literally go through their store and go, Spawn, it's $15, DM me. This G.I. Joe, $20, DM me. And it's literally the person's story is 20 of those.
Oh, God.
And the thing is that's what they're known to do. They provide value on their page, but if you want to buy something, they go to their story, and it's you can tell it how quick you want to go through. It's like, it's faster than looking on eBay. You're just shopping. Nope, not interested in that, not interested in that, oh, I'm interested in that, DM them, and then boom, you got it. So the point is, there's a lot of ways you can sell. So many. And actually, I want to pose a question to the audience. How are you selling comic books on Instagram if you do? I want to know. Put your answers in the comments below.
Yeah, those will be fun to read.
Yeah, if anyone has any tips on how they've done it, or if they've purchased something off Instagram, how that went. I want to know.
Another good option would be to let us know further things you would want to talk, because this feels like a huge topic that we're just kind of starting.
That's interesting to think about.
Give us more questions.
Yeah, if you have more questions about
this
wanting
is good
to
for
move.
me too. This is all new to me. I'm hearing this for the first time.
Interesting, because we have Russ, who's a comic book shop owner. So if we had store owners who wanted tips, I'm sure he'd go on the mic and give some advice.
Yeah, exactly.
Any questions about comic book selling, purchasing,
Instagram community.
Yeah,
stuff.
even Facebook. I mean, we're pretty active on social, and I'm well versed in all of them. Put your questions in the comments below. We'll tackle them. We'll put your name on the screen.
Like we just did.
Ooh.
For Mr. Clune Trooper.
Clune Trooper and Nerd Alert Comics.
Oh, yeah.
A homie. Keep
Mine
up with the
too,
Scooby-Doo.
if I can say so myself. I like him. He's fun to talk to.
He's a good guy. Good guy. All right. I think that's where we're going to end this podcast. I really appreciate your time. As always,
Geek responsibly.
Enough said. This is a shameless merch plug because we now have merch. Geek Responsibly shirts. If you want to help support the podcast, go to geekstreet101.com, buy a shirt. We also have BCW store folios. Keep your comic books safe at conventions. And we'll also send you a Geek Responsibly sticker. You can slap that on anywhere so you can geek responsibly anytime.